What's up, guys? This is Filthy Casual, and as usual, this is my buddy. So, in this video, I wanted to expand on the last one. It's the same spirit. It's the speculation on the future of Pokemon Go. It's an ongoing series where I go into depth about features that could be expanded in a certain way, or new features being implemented into the game. So the tone of this video is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna go a little bit on the negative, and I'm gonna talk about a feature that a lot of people are not very happy with, and I'm gonna give a few hot takes here and there. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to be talking about TMs. Yes sir, TMs. So let's change the screen for a bit. Okay, so we all know TMs, we all know how they work for now, but we also know that they can be incredibly annoying. And with the release of the data mine about the rewards of the Go Battle League, we also know that if you don't play in premium, you're not very likely, unless they change something before release, that you will see any this timer is just to interact with my buddy, so I will interact with it later. Anyhow, you're not very likely to see TMs in the Go Battle League if you don't get your hands on the green raid passes, which are going to be rewritten as a generic pass that will serve the purpose of fighting in the Go Battle League, and also serve the purpose of raiding. So it's gonna be dual purpose. Now, we don't know a lot about that yet. We just have data mine information, but the data mine information is very uninspiring as to the direction that this game is heading. I think that Niantic knows that we do not appreciate what's going on with the TMs. I think that was very well reflected when they did nerf the TM rewards of the 5-star rates, and then proceeded to give us a guaranteed charge TM on tier 4 rates. My mistake. They nerfed the rare candies on the 5-star rates, and then proceeded to give us, as a compensation, the guaranteed charge TM on that tier 4 rate. So they kind of know what we like and what we don't like. I don't think that they are ignorant by any stretch of the imagination. But this feature could definitely use some tweaking. So is this feature going to stay the same? Is it likely to change? I'm not sure, but it all depends on how people interact with the Go Battle League. If people get incredibly upset with the way that Go Battle League ends up working, then maybe we'll see some kind of rework. So what type of rework could we see? Uh, I'm really sorry about the noises in the exterior if you can hear them. I'm in a place where a lot of cars and trucks go by, so it's not necessarily a very quiet place. But I will try to raise my voice when that happens. Okay, so back to the topic. How could TMs work if they were to be better? Okay, they could stop being random. That would be like the ideal solution and the least likely one if you ask me, because Pokemon Go doesn't exactly work in ideal terms. You know, it works in a sense where you get rare items and they become rarer due to RNG factors. So they could make TMs more abundant, but we don't see any sign of that as per the rewards of the Go Battle League. Maybe in the future we can get more events around TMs and around the Go Battle League where TMs do get more abundant. So maybe there's that. Let's see what else. You could add a new category of TM, you know, maybe a special reward if you go and earn a significant rank in the Go Battle League as a cumulative reward. We already know the daily rewards, basically the rewards per battle. That's what has been data mined. But there was talk about possibility of a cumulative reward or a reward that you get if you hold out on receiving the daily rewards. I don't know how exactly that's gonna work, but I'm pretty sure that was a possibility. We'll see when the feature finally arrives, but maybe we'll see a new kind of TM eventually implemented inside those reward tiers. So there are also specific TMs for specific moves, which are which could be one-time use, and they're most likely going to be one-time use if they ever see the light of day. But I doubt it, once again, because of bag space. There are so many moves out there. Unless they make these special TMs more for community day moves, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a Hydro Cannon and a Frenzy Plant and a Blast Burn TM. If they make these types of TMs around special signature moves, then there's a possibility that some variation of that can come into the game, but they have to be like very few moves that actually make it into this type of TM, and they will likely only be awarded in special events. So yeah, that's my speculation here. There's nothing pretty about spending 10 plus TMs in a Machamp in order to get your counter dynamic punch Pokemon. That used to be a problem back then. It's not much of a problem right now. In case you were wondering, you have a lot of possible candidates for counter dynamic punch that are very, very viable. You know, Riolu, if you get your hands on a Riolu, you can unlock the second move for relatively cheap cost, and then you have twice the chance of getting Aura Sphere, which is better than Dynamic Punch. Then you have your Timbers into Conkeldurs, which right now they are in rates. They are in tier 1 rates, so at least for the moment they are somewhat accessible, and you can trade them, and if you get a lucky one or a decently IV weather boosted one, then you can evolve it for 50 candy and then evolve it for free to Conkeldurr. So there's what I think is the second option, the second cheapest option. Then there's Machamp, but the Machamp that you get in raids. This Machamp is accessible some of the time, not all of the time, but it makes it into raids relatively often. And the point here is that you have certain options, of course, but there was a time when you didn't have so many options. The only option was Machamp all the way, and you spent a lot of TMs getting to that ideal move. And this scenario could be replicated with any Pokemon that has a lot of charge moves. And it also doesn't help that Machamp has a high secondary move cost. So yeah, there's that as well. So I hope that you like the topic of this video, and if you did like it, then you can give me a like. And if you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe, because it helps me out a lot. Any feedback that you have, do leave it down below. I do read everything and I will respond. So yeah, thank you for your time and have a good one. Take care.